order to convince you that we should take this offer. So, obviously, it's now 9 o'clock. I had the appointment. I said, I knocked on the door, and sure enough, here I am. And so, first of all, I need your names.
John.
John.
And Beatrice?
Beatrice and John. Beatrice and John, obviously I'm here, so we got a counter offer. And I just want to tell you how it went. Now, you'll notice that I used that on the other side as well. It's called a price deferral, or a price inflection. And what that basically means is, I don't want to tell them about price. I want to tell them about value, and then I'm going to ask them to pay more. You see? That's how it works. That's the way the world works. People pay more because they see value in what they buy. So the worst thing I could do is start off with price. First of all, I'm going to build the value, and then I'm going to tell them to pay more for the value. That's a professional. So let me tell you how it went. So I went over there, I presented the offer. They asked me to go and sit in the car, and then they brought me back in, and we sat down, and they told me a few things about the home that I don't think we were aware of. So, John, first of all, I don't know if you knew that that hardwood is not laminated and it is not engineered. It's half-inch maple. They didn't need to put in half-inch maple. They probably would have gotten the same price if they put in a laminate or an engineered floor. But what they did was they weren't planning on selling. They were planning on living there. And so they put real quality into the home. And because they're now selling, you benefit from the quality that they put into the home moving into the future. So there's some things that we weren't aware of that we should probably take note of. And that's, first of all, Max can run around all he wants on that hardwood and scratch it up to bits. But when it's time for us to sell, we'll be able to sand it down, recoat it, and you'll have a brand new hardwood floor. And then we'll be able to get maximum dollar. And you won't be able to do that with an engineered floor because, you know, it's probably only got one sanding in it. Crown moldings, you know, they had a professional engineer or a master craftsman do the work. And they even put crown moldings in the master bedroom closet. Did you notice that? You know, nobody does that except somebody who's obviously interested in making sure that there's quality in the home. And I know you love the kitchen.
Yes.
And the kitchen, they mentioned to me that the kitchen's worth $50,000.
Wow.
So, you know, it's a pretty nice kitchen. And they've also agreed to leave all the flowers. They're going to actually leave the workbench for you. So, and I know that we went, and I've got this book, and, you know, I should have the book here, but I don't have the book. But anyway, the book shows the value. And I know we based the value on that home that's sold on West 29th. And, you know, it was a reasonably good starting point because that house sold for $465, and that's what our offer was. But we knew that this house doesn't compare to that house. This house is superior. And so, if you look at it, $465, and then we look at the house, and we say, okay, what does this house have that that house doesn't have? Well, this house has a 10-year-old roof. The house that we compared it to was original. So chances are you're not going to need to replace the roof for quite some time. In fact, you probably sell the house before you need to replace it, the roof. Second, they didn't have the $50,000 kitchen, didn't have the crown moldings, didn't have the landscaping. So when you add 65, you add a $50,000 kitchen, you add a $25,000 floor, you add the crown moldings, and you know what they countered you to? $480,000. What would you like to do?
Well,
Seems reasonable to me.
Yes, seems reasonable. I feel comfortable about it. I think that we are gaining more than what we are paying. What the difference
than
is.
those other people.
Yeah.
Too easy.
Yes.
Too easy.
Too easy. Oh,
Make it harder.
harder.
Oh, maybe we should sleep on it.
You want to sleep on it?
Okay, yes, probably it's a good idea. We need to think about it.
Okay.
I wasn't ready to
Go
give
any
more.
higher.
No.
Yeah, you know, I know how you feel. I've had a lot of clients that feel the same way.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm prepared to do whatever you want me to do because I'm working for you. But it's also my job to make sure that you understand the consequences of your actions. So I'm more than happy to let you sleep on it, but I want to make sure you understand a couple of things. First of all, this is the first home that we found that you really both agreed to.
Yes.
You know, we've looked at about 20 homes. You know, one of the benefits that you have in working with me is I get you in early. A lot of the public haven't seen this home yet. This home has just come on the market. I think it's exceptionally well priced, and I believe it's going to sell in the next couple of days. Unfortunately, it may not sell to you because you're waiting. You see, one of the things that you may want to consider is right now we have a counter offer from them. And John, if you accept this counter offer, you take it away from everybody else that wants it. You win. And I think you're a winner because I see all those trophies on the wall. And I think you want to win. So just so you understand that if you sleep on it, they can actually revoke the offer and sell it to somebody else. And since this is the only home that we've seen that you like, I think you should seize the moment and accept this offer. I honestly believe that if you accept this counter offer, you'll be paying fair market value for this home. What would you like to do?
Oh, why don't you just give us an hour or two? Maybe we'll call you back at 10 or 10:30.
Okay? And I can do that.
I agree with you. Yes.
You know, and I can do that. And just so you understand the consequences, right? So it's the first home that we've found, right? It's got the kitchen, it's got the landscaping, and you understand that at any time, the realtor can phone me back and revoke the offer. I know it's open until noon tomorrow, but at any time we can revoke this offer. Now, we have seen a lot of homes, and I know that you know the value in this home, but just so you understand that even if you countered the offer, you probably would be talking about a cup of coffee a week. That's probably what you're talking about. When you amortize the amount of a counter by 25 years, you're probably thinking about a cup of coffee a week. And I don't know whether or not it's worth losing this house for a cup of coffee a week. Something to think about.
Is there anything else that you think that you can negotiate on our behalf in order to get something extra thrown into the big package? Because we are now thinking about paying more.
Yes.
Probably we
I
can get
understand.
that beautiful, nice TV.
Okay.
that
Well,
was
actually, they're throwing.
installed.
They said that they would throw the TV in for you.
Oh, okay,
That's
good.
great. But just so you understand, if we counter the offer,
Yeah.
and somebody else decides to make an offer, you'll be in a multiple offer situation. They do not have to deal with your offer solely. So if we do anything other than, if we accept this offer, we have it. We've bought a home.
Okay, that's scary. I don't want to be in a multiple
We
offer.
still have conditions though, too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you can still work on your conditions. But
Okay.
I think you should decide whether or not you want the home this evening. I don't want you to buy this home thinking you can get out, right? Because I think you're going to buy this home and you're going to be moving forward. Okay? I recommend you move forward. What do you think?
Well, thank you. I think that
Yep.
we can do it.
Sure.
Congratulations.
It's reasonable.
You bought yourself a home.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure, Tilly. So,